Welcome to your Barbados Today Evening News Update for Tuesday, December 22. Barbados will not be joining other Caribbean countries that have banned flights from the United Kingdom, at least for now. Word of this from Health and Wellness Minister Lieutenant Colonel Jeffrey Bostic. Grenada and Jamaica have already restricted UK flights, but Minister Bostic told reporters today Barbados is sticking with the advice of international experts.
We base what we do, first of all, on advice and guidance from WHO, PAHO. We always seek that advice. And additionally, we depend on the measures that we have enforced. And the advice coming from WHO, PAHO, is that this should not happen. In other words, we should not restrict flights coming from the UK at this time because the evidence is saying what is known of the variant does not suggest that we should do that. And to be honest with you, this thing has been around, I believe, from September or so. So what I'm saying is that and it is not only in the United Kingdom, this has been in Denmark, the Netherlands, I believe Italy, and other countries. South Africa, they're seeing a different strain. So at this point in time, and with the restrictions imposed in the United Kingdom, Barbados, we do not think at this point in time that we are going to restrict flights coming from the United Kingdom.
Against the backdrop of a recent spike in cases, COVID-19 test results have been delayed, but Minister Bostic assured the situation will soon be rectified.
We had provided some additional resources to the lab to be able to do just that. But we had a bit of a bottleneck because we were commencing the phase where we were utilizing the SHAPE app. And not all of the polyclinics that are doing the testing were trained on the app a few days up to about a week ago. And so we've had some challenges in trying to do what we were doing all the time in terms of the recording of information and the labeling and so forth that is required to go on the vials for samples. And as a result of that, normally we would have been able to get back results within a 24-hour period, but generally speaking, that went to 48 hours, which is still within the existing protocol, 24 to 48 hours. But we really wanted to be able to do it within 24 hours. And there's, in some cases, some people went beyond the 48 hours in terms of getting back results. So we spent a lot of time and effort trying to remedy the situation. And I can say that we are now almost back to even keel in the sense that we have been able to get all of the tests completed.
The health minister was speaking today as he received a donation of essential equipment from the Pan American Health Organization. Dr. Tadis Gibre, the PAHO WHO representative for Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean, stressed that Caribbean countries must not relax their efforts to control the virus.
We are at the moment at an inflection point in the pandemic, but we are not at a point where we can walk away from what we have been doing already. The Minister of Health, the Prime Minister of Barbados have mentioned this over the weekend. It could be very easy to go up quickly in case incidents. We can keep the transmission down by knowing and lowering our risks.
Governor General Dame Sandra Mason bestowed National Independence Honours and Awards on 4 distinguished Barbadians today. During a brief ceremony at Government House this morning, Sir Brigadier General Rudyard Lewis was honoured with the Knight of St. Andrew for his extraordinary achievement and meritorious service to the military in Barbados. The Companion of Honour of Barbados was awarded to O'Brien Trotman for his service in politics and contribution to the trade union movement. Veteran Ranger Glenroy Hackett was awarded his Barbados Bravery Medal for his efforts in saving the life of a young St. Lucian UWI student who got into difficulty while swimming at a West Coast beach a few years ago. Dr. Edmund DeCosta Blades received the Barbados Service Star for his service to public health as a microbiologist and in particular his contribution to research into the Sahara dust. The awardee said they were honoured and humbled to be recognized by their country.
I am truly honored, and I'm very glad that Barbados feels that I should have gotten like this. Really honored.
I am very honored and thankful for this award. I give God all the thanks and the praise. I never expected such, but God has been very good to me and my family. And I really appreciate the award, and I thank the government and the people of Barbados for giving me the opportunity to serve. I have done lots of stuff in my public career as a lab personnel, lab technologist, and hence since then as a microbiologist.
The fact that you've served is what's important. It is service. And if that service is acknowledged, then so be it. Those who have no memorial, and if you have a memorial, please.
Glenroy Hackett, who rescued a UWI student at sea, recounted the event.
I don't know how you don't get so quickly. But when I got out there, I said, lady, don't get frightened. And I pushed the board at her. I tell you, hold on. I told her we're going to go ashore, don't get frightened. So it was a way out, you know, I was frightened too. And when I was there, I saw a wave coming, because I know the waves journey coming section 3, and I saw a wave coming. I tell her, hold on tight, I can go carry shore. So I put myself to the back of the boat, I push her up, so that wave would go to shore. And when we got that wave, I don't know how we got shore. But when I got shore, the lady jumped off the board, man, I didn't know where she went. I think fright had her.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
On the regional front in Jamaica, the opposition spokesman on health is calling for an extensive testing regime to determine whether the new strain of coronavirus is already in the country. More in this report from Television Jamaica.
On Monday, the government banned all flights coming into the island from the UK for a period of 2 weeks ending January 4, 2021. While that may bring some relief to citizens regarding their safety, there are concerns about visitors who may have already arrived in the country just days before the ban took effect. Opposition spokesman on health Dr. Maurice Guy raised the concern while speaking on Radio Jamaica's Beyond the Headlines on Monday. Dr. Guy said those persons must be tested to determine whether the new variant of the coronavirus is already in Jamaica. The government had announced that testing and quarantining of persons who arrived on Monday, but Dr. Guy wants more extensive testing.
Testing will not only involve doing PCR testing, but also getting samples that they can send to our international partners to indicate, for them to do further testing to indicate whether that particular variant is here. We have always been testing, and this COVID testing will detect the genetic material, whether it is the variant or the original virus. Now, what we need to know is whether we are seeing this variant here too. We do not have the capacity in this country to do it, but we have virologists, we have a lab, and we have international partners. We could enter into some form of arrangement with them to find out whether we are seeing this as well.
On the international scene, the French government says planes, trains and boats will start running again between France and the United Kingdom from tomorrow morning. Passengers will be required to present a negative result on a COVID-19 test that they took less than 72 hours before departure. We get the details from France 24.
Several European countries have announced travel bans to the UK after Britain said it had discovered a new strain of coronavirus that was spreading rapidly. Flight bans were announced by Belgium, the Netherlands and Italy early on Sunday afternoon. Train services would also stop, initially for a day, but it could last longer. France, Germany and Ireland have also introduced travel bans after British authorities moved southeast England into the new Tier 4 of restrictions, ordering millions of people to stay at home.
It is more important than ever that people are responsible, not only stick to the rules, but even within the rules, restrict social contact as much as is possible, because this is deadly serious.
London was uncharacteristically quiet for the last Sunday before Christmas, as most people remained indoors. Britain's opposition leader said the government was causing uncertainty.
I raised this with the Prime Minister on Wednesday, and he dismissed that and went on to tell people to have a merry little Christmas, only 3 days later to rip up their plans. And I think the British public's entitled to more decisive leadership than that. They're getting confusion where they need certainty.
That's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook, and sign up for our breaking news alerts via WhatsApp. We're also on Izumi Media and bus terminals, as well as screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM and Capital Media HD 99.3 FM.